Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens. Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. And this is fucking talking shit with Eagle. Episode 367.5. The wormhole. Hopefully you guys refilled your tray. Got on your way back. Headed back from your little break. We ready to come hang out in the wormhole for a few. We can get a couple popping in. 1, 2. Get my chat all lined up in here. Although it says it's just me. So that's to Chicha B in the house. What's up, Chicha B? I am ready for your episode as well, Chicha B. I am ready for the Chicha B spotlight. Cheers to you. What you smoking out, Chicha? According to YouTube, it's just you and a hiker. Get some meat done. Sunday. What's up, Jason? Join me and Chichi in a conversation. I guess there's a few more rolling in. Southern BT grower Joe. Cheers to you guys as well. Such good too. Thank you, GMO, for all you do, brother. Dropping those. Jill Carter, what's up? It has been a long time. Cheers to you. But back to GMO. Thank you, GMO. Weedus 207 for all the guys you guys do, man. Holding it down in chat, dropping links. You know, makes the show seem a hell of a lot more professional than I'm, I guess, willing to put it out there. But I owe it all to you guys holding it down, dropping the guest links in chat, being overall great people in this community. Thank you very much. Dreamer 77 Double D 808 Rooting Prospects. Jones and Grove, I have it 7. How you guys doing? Oh, you want to see the air pot the one that I did yesterday? I was going to probably do another one tonight. As you can see, that one is back here behind me. I gotta spin the dice spin right now. It's back there. Home. That's her. Already bounced back from the last night's beauty. See, they're all turned up and nice and pretty. Hell yeah, smiling skirts. It's pretty good, in my opinion. Good night, Naughty Nikki. Thank you very much for being you and a weed nerd. Weed for life. Thank you very much for popping in. Red Pill, cheers to you. Denver, Regis 207. I was just talking about you. Hopefully you heard the nice thing. Thank you, Joe. I try. Still trying. Ned Denver, did I call you? Say hello to you. Cheers to you. I can't believe YouTube last night. Oh, God, that was funny and not funny all in one. All streamlined. See what YouTube's trying to throw up. All right, we're actually playing music. All right. I gotta break that up. I want to see if
fuck is up.
So did we pause this music here? Did you happen to catch the like mid 3/4 of the way to the end of the shout outs last night?
No, I didn't. Why? What happened?
YouTube is a funny entity. So I'm doing my shout outs last night. I used to pay for the premium, but I kind of chumped out and I haven't paid for the premium, even though it's like they've actually spent like a year's worth of commercials down my throat. Last night they busted this one song. Granted, it's a longer song, but they busted it up into like four commercials in one song. But this is where it gets funny. So I'm doing the shout outs and I know the end of the song's nearing, but so they shove in like a quick commercial and it's about manscaping. And right off the bat, it's all, you like clean balls? Basically, is all you heard in the background. We got your shit, manscape your balls, and it just goes right in. I'm like, yeah, it couldn't have been any worse timing. Yeah, just fast forward, but yeah, just cut to the chase right off the bat, just right out of the blue. YouTube talking about manscaping balls and shit. I fucking cracked. I bit my cheek for the rest of the fucking shout outs, man. Trying to keep my composure not from laughing because it was fucking hilarious.
So for you, Eagle, would that be the equivalent of the drapes matching the carpet or whatever, right? Like,
I guess so. Yeah, I would. Yeah, yeah. I guess that is the equivalent.
right? What's up, Johnny?
How you doing? I'm trying to get my phone to do what it's supposed to, and it's not working.
Eagle's like, fuck, that's all I need is another thing I got to do in the damn shower.
Right.
What did I miss?
Manscaping,
Oh,
John. You missed it.
Oh, manscaping. Yeah, one more thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking YouTube has definitely got a hell of a sense of humor these days, I think.
What's up, man?
Too much.
How's it going? Figured I'd step on and smoke out with my gromies. See how things were going.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about how time is the simulation that we're in?
What time is it?
We're speeding up. Simulation time.
I think it's time to load up a hit.
Yeah, man.
Put some smoke in the air.
I love entertaining them out. I've said that a million times. I mean, I don't believe in a lot of that shit, but I sure do love entertaining the ideas once in a while, just for funsies.
No, it's a trip, man. Definitely. Especially all that quantum shit when you start thinking in like quantum levels, like the whole matrix idea and like even like the Mandela, some of the Mandela effect, like the people's ideas about the Mandela effect shifting actually, what was it, the Hadron Collider, the big Hadron CERN, the Hadron Collider, every time they fire that's what people think every time they fire that off, it's a glitch in the fucking, it shifts you into a different fucking
time.
Yeah, not a dimension, but you're in a different quantum field of where you were in time before, and that's why certain little details are different from what you remember them. Because like Jake was saying, dude, I remember Mandela dying. That one was the biggest one that got me, because I was like, what the fuck, dude? I remember him fucking dying. That was a big deal back when we were in school. That's pretty wild.
I remember it as plain as day as well. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like somebody all of a sudden being like, "Oh, hey, John F. Kennedy's on fucking just passed away. We're gonna have his funeral and shit." We'd all be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be weird like that.
Are you talking
JFK
about
trying to tell me the other
Mandela
day that
Effect?
JFK was still alive. I'm sorry, Red Pill. Welcome. Go ahead.
Howdy.
Welcome, Red.
I just asked if Smiler was talking about Mandela Effect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, did Kit Kats have a dash in between the name and shit?
They used to.
Did anybody remember the ding dongs that were called King Dons or something like that before?
Yeah.
Too? And they used to
You
be
know what?
wrapped in a fucking aluminum foil or whatever. They came out, every one of them was like its own aluminum foil. They didn't have a plastic bag on them and shit.
The one thing I
But
noticed about Mandela Effect.
That's in question now too. Sorry.
This is only something that affects Americans.
Yeah,
If you look at it, there's no like brands and other places that people recognize that changed. It's just a silly thing that other people in other countries have no idea what you're talking about when you bring up Mandela Effect.
Yeah, the incredible shrinking candy bars too.
Why? Because you keep eating it?
No, man, it's like every year they get just a little bit out smaller.
They're skimping you on your toffee.
They
and
used to
nuts.
sell
Right.
us a full
Motherfuckers.
gallon, right? They used to sell us a full gallon of ice cream. Now it's like,
Now they're jipping us on the caramel and nougat. Motherfuckers.
I'm telling you, man, it's just wrong.
Johnny,
That,
don't you
that
know
caramel,
8 rolls of paper towel now equal 16 or 17 or whatever they make them out to be on the package? The same
Right.
same size, but now it's twice
Now
as
it's
many
worth more.
rolls through some kind of miracle.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, they're so good at it. Pulling the wool over our eyes.
How do they put that cream in those Twinkies?
They study how to sell shit to you, man. There's fucking books out there. You can learn how to influence people. It'll blow your mind what they know about influencing you, especially as far as purchasing and different shit. It's crazy, man. Crazy. They know how to There's a book on persuasion. Like, how do you get somebody in the right frame of mind so that you can actually persuade them? Like, it's fucked up, dude. Like, they got game plans on fucking you over, for sure.
Yeah, they do.
It's all
Nice to know that we can be
manipulated.
manipulated.
That's what I didn't like about being in sales, man. It was all manipulation. It's all fucking manipulation techniques and shit.
Yeah, I had a hard time selling things that I didn't believe in. It was really hard for me to get that persuasion in my mind, to persuade somebody else to buy something that I didn't believe in.
Yeah.
So there were certain types of jobs that I just couldn't do. I was in car sales for a while, and I was able to sell the used cars that I knew about more so than the Hyundais when they first came out. When the Hyundai came out, I was like, are you kidding? I don't even know what this thing is.
Yeah.
There was nothing to sell it on. There was no history whatsoever.
Definitely. Somebody in chat was saying subliminal messaging. That was, I think, Bad Bunny, but the in that book Persuasion, it was actually, they were talking about even like the background. So there was a website that they had for selling mattresses, and they ran all the identical shit on the website, but all that changed is it was a randomness of what landing page you went to. So whoever went to that web page, you get 50-50. You got one landing page or the other, and one of them was all like pillows and puffy clouds and shit. And then the other landing page in the background was all like spare change and pennies and different things in the background. And they found that the people that were bought the most luxurious, comfortable fucking mattresses from that website hit the landing page with the poofy clouds and all that shit. And the people that fucking hit the landing page with the coins in the background always purchased the most budget-oriented fucking mattress that was in their category or whatever. And that fucked up.
Weird.
Yeah, just having that shit in the background influenced their decision on what they made from that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot they know about that shit. Making you believe stuff. Yeah. But
forgive me, I didn't say cheers. Sorry, I didn't say cheers.
Yeah.
Let the email warm up for coming up on the 20. They're already counting it down. In chat.
And I gotta load up another one then.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've got to pre-fucking screen these YouTube comments for ball fucking comments.
You gotta pre-screen what?
These YouTube fucking videos for fucking ball commercials now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everybody needs to be grooming since they're all locked up, you know.
Manscaping. I heard it makes you faster though.
Really?
Wasn't that a fucking, that was one of the commercials I remember that was pretty funny, and it was when Tony Stewart was racing NASCAR, and I think it was Gillette. Gillette was their sponsor. They had a few different cars they sponsored. So they had fucking, but it was Michael Phelps, and he was in there like trying to convince that Tony Stewart that shaving his legs and all his body hair was going to make him faster in the NASCAR and shit. Because swimmers shave all their fucking body hair to go faster or whatever. So yeah, he was all convincing him. Tony's all looking at him like, really? Really? You sure?
I wear a suit.
When you said Gillette sponsored car, I thought of Ricky Bobby and what was homeboy's name? Gerard something.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
His opponent there.
What was Sacha Baron Cohen's name in that? Something.
Yeah, I know who you talk about. I can't remember the name. But while we're thinking about it, we can have the dab song.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
What's up, Chicha?
Yeah, it's a B. It's got two holes.
Morning.
That's a good hit.
I still think this is fucking great.
I swear, dude, I can't read Tao in the chat anymore without hearing it said that way. You just hear it in your head. Tao.
He even translated it. Ow.
Are you trying to summon him or something like that?
What's that?
You trying to summon him now or what?
Nah.
Oh, I can't.
Without.
So cheers. Cheers.
We got an hour. We got the Big Bang Theory is a bunch of bullshit, right?
Thank you, Smiley. Someone around here had to say it.
Hey. It's all bullcrap.
Yeah. Pretty much is. I don't know. In my opinion, it is pretty much the equivalent of fucking saying you could blow up a junkyard and drive out a brand new model.
Every explosion you've ever seen destroys something. And what's different about that one? That one's the one that creates everything.
It doesn't create everything, though. It only creates a handful of elements. That's all. It actually doesn't create everything. It's a theory on how a handful of elements were created. And the rest is kind of a mystery on how the other shit was.
Well, they say a supernova is how everything, the whole periodic table gets made. So
yeah, over millions of years in the middle of cores of stars and shit like that.
And then you have a vacuum that's way stronger than anything you can replicate here on Earth, and then an expansion of gas coalesces into solid matter in the middle of the vacuum somehow.
Yeah.
That's a big kaleidoscope.
But there's several big bangs that would actually have to happen to get us to where we're at. So there's few different ones that outside of that just accounts for some of the elements being made, but there's still no big bang that accounts for the spark of life. Like we don't know that even today, what causes life to happen, apogenesis or whatever, where the cells replicate and start living. We don't know what that is. We can trace DNA, we can map DNA, all that shit. We can change it, we can fuck with it, but we don't know what starts life.
Eat it.
Zero that.
Slice it.
Yeah.
It's magic. That's what it is.
In a way.
Also, evolution does not account for all the different species of animals that we have either. So to think that we all
they just found
crawled out of the sea.
They just found an
formed. That's kind of silly too.
I was gonna say they just found a fish that's been extinct for millions of years.
Oh really? That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there, I seen some kind of article that there was a worm that was like 10,000 years old come back to life?
Well, they're trying to bring it back to life.
Oh, okay.
It's a prehistoric one. They're genetically trying to bring it back.
Like Jurassic Park stuff, Johnny? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Exactly. And it actually has teeth on it. It's an eater. That's the kind of worm you want to lose in society, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Crazy.
Whoops.
So Chicha beat us. The plan. Have your sleep schedule off. I see that girl beating in from like a sun over there over your shoulder.
No, that's just my light. She's all tucked away right now.
As long as she's doing on an island.
Say what?
Oh, cheers.
Yeah, no, she's all tucked away. She's more like on my work schedule. So the light turns on when I come home pretty much from work and goes off when I pretty much go to work.
Not supposed to tuck him away.
Well, she had to go to sleep. Can't be beaming in here all the time. You want to see her?
Sure.
You want to show her? Sure.
No.
Did you ladyscape her first? I'm sorry, I couldn't
No.
pass that one up.
No, I did not. Sorry.
Oh,
So Smiley, Jip, did you see how quickly she recouped from that bend over yesterday? She's all fucking rounded up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get her again.
Oh no, just quicker flip. She obviously recouped so fast. Now she just tells me that she's maybe only like a day out. You know, maybe tomorrow I'll throw her in. She's ready to go.
Yeah.
It's amazing how fast they can recuperate, man. After a major incident like that.
Sorry if I beam. Hold on. Can't see. Can I do this right? Can't see, sorry. Hold on.
there she is.
There she is. Sorry, guys.
There she is. Oh, yeah, she looks good.
Yeah.
So did anybody else think it was no coincidence that plant perked up when he dropped that crystal at the base of it?
I thought that was pretty cool that it was just like music. Like, what the
Got
hell?
scared of it, maybe, Eagle.
Hmm?
Maybe you got scared of the crystal.
Could have been.
His hair standing up.
Right? Or maybe that was a fear response.
Hey, I don't know if anyone's ever seen it. I don't know if it still exists. Maybe it's the Mandela thing. Maybe I come from a different time and place. But anyone ever seen those trees that actually move and walk? They evolved or they adapted the ability, if the soil's not wet enough, they'll uproot itself and actually walk towards a different, more watery
Yeah,
spot.
I've heard about those.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
What's that?
That's pretty wild. I've never heard of that.
I almost want to say it was a long time ago when I saw that. It was like a documentary in school that I saw, like, I want to say like in either like 6th or 5th grade. I mean,
Pretty
it
smart
could be
tree.
a Mandela effect. Yeah. I don't know why I just thought of that. Maybe because you said the plant moved when you put the crystal on it. I've literally thought if it was scared, like Smiley was saying, it would just get out of the bucket and run away.
Well, like that guy, I was thinking scared because that guy, fuck, what book is that? Eagle, The Plant Knows? Is that the book where the guy, he hooks his lie detector. He did lie detector tests on humans, and he was in a hotel, whatever, stuck for the night, and he was like, fuck it, and he put the lie detector test on the plant that was in the hotel room. And then he ended up being able to register an emotional response from the plant on the lie detector.
That secret teacher.
What did he do to that plant?
Spoke the plant.
Well,
think it
it
was
kind of,
spoke the plant.
yeah, they'll spoke the plant. Well, it's kind of like spawned his, that's what started his whole, like, all these experiments that he did. That's what started it all, was noticing that he could actually measure an emotional response from the plant. So there were different things he did, like carrying a scissors in the room.
Mhm.
And yeah, like
I've
legit,
seen
right?
that.
But what he
I've seen
found
that.
was the plants were able to fucking sense his intention. So like when he first carried the scissors in the room, he had cut one of them and they responded to that, right? Well, then he carried the scissors in the room just to see if it was the scissors or not. They weren't responding because he didn't have the intention to actually cut them.
Yeah.
But then when he came into the room again with the intention to cut them, they would respond to it in a certain way.
Oh my God, that's crazy. It was picking up on his vibes, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
To the point where he could have it run machinery, Johnny, and it was like over a mile away, he could make that fucking plant have an emotional response based on like whatever his thought pattern was. Like that's how well.
And run machinery, you said? What?
Yeah, yeah.
It created that much electricity?
It wasn't creating electricity. It was rigging up. They basically rigged the machine up so that when the plant had the emotional response, it would turn on whatever operation it was going to do.
Okay.
And they basically did that as a way to see if he could kind of telepathically, or however you describe it, like if he was connecting with the plant. And he could go in another room, or he could go outside of the building, or they ended up figuring out he could be a mile away.
Do you know what the morphic resonance field is?
The what?
Rupert Sheldrake and the morphic resonance field. Heard about that? Okay, so it's literally that. It's not as much telepathy as in there's some kind of field that, like how Johnny said, vibes, that there's a, like vibes were more like a ripple. If you throw a stone in the water is the field, and the ripples are the vibration through that field. So there's something that a guy named Rupert Sheldrake, you can look him up. He's been on Joe Rogan's podcast. He has all types of lectures and talks for a long time, like 10, 20, 30 years, going back to like Terrence McKenna and other people. And he talks about something, and it's like the same effects for like when your dog knows you're coming home, or when you get a text alert, and then the first person that pops up in your mind when you pull your phone out of your pocket and look at who it was, tends to be that person, even if it was someone that wasn't someone you were just having a text message corresponding to. It's like someone that pops in your mind out of the blue, and then it's like that person that hit you up.
So when you're pointing at somebody like that, and they can
around.
feel it.
Yeah,
and they
that's
can feel it.
It's literally another thing that was studied.
So, I used to do that as a kid just to test it out, and it worked all the time, man.
So they call that the morphic resonance field. And another thing that works is experimental stuff. And the one is like really crazy, like crystallizing new compounds that have never been made before. If there's two labs that are both working on the same project, and they're completely separate places on the earth, if one of them figures it out, it makes it 100 times likely that the other ones find the solution to figure it out almost instantaneously, or spontaneously.
Like a universal conscious or some shit.
And same thing with animals too, like lab animals,
Yeah,
dogs,
monkeys. Monkeys do the same thing.
Monkeys, they're trying to figure out if because there's one place where scientists and monkeys are cohabitating, and scientists are watching these monkeys, and just for survival, because they're not in a place where they can constantly get new supplies and rations and stuff, they fish in the rivers there, the scientists do. And the monkeys there observed how to make like rudimentary fishing poles and start to learn how to fish. And then a whole nother research group went into the wild somewhere that they've they knew that there's these monkeys, and this is like a place that I think there was like either hundreds or if not thousands of miles separate. And they observed these monkeys that they knew had no, contact with humans, doing the very same thing, using the same tools and improvising fishing poles. And they've had dogs do fear responses, and they let out scents like a lemon scent, maybe it's limonene, but they like let out a lemon scent. And at first they had like a little pad that the puppies would step in, and it like shocks their paw. And then they remove the pad, but they keep setting the lemon scent out there. And then they have fear-based response because they correlate
Right.
the lemon scent with that. And
Yeah.
puppies that didn't have that experiment, exact same breed and type of dog, like if it was a pug or something, the same pugs now have that same fear response to lemons, even though they're on the complete other side of the world. They weren't even the dogs that were experimented on. And it's intergenerational too. So now like it's stuck. So now it's like a thing that's going to be that way forever, just because someone was experimenting with that. And now
The Akashic record.
yeah, that's what people call there's different names for the same thing. It's and in different ancient people's mythologies too. So it's the Akashic record, and then scientists, or today's terms, they try to whatever they call it, the morphic resonance field, to feel like they understand it. You know what I mean? It's just right now, our way of rationalizing it.
They're saying that's how Tesla derived his information by tapping into that
And I think that
somehow.
yeah, I think that's another thing. And I think Tesla was like one of the good ones and got it kind of as like a blessing. But then we can go into a whole nother route where like a lot of people are doing ritualistic things, and everything. It relates to everything in between sleep paralysis and out of body experiences from hallucinogens. And it's all about gaining that, special access to some place and getting a download of information. Sometimes it's not always free. Usually when you're doing that on psychedelics, it's like a roll of the dice. It's like going to be a blessing if you're going to get that download, or if it's going to be a real bad trip that scares you into never doing that again. Right. And then sometimes you can force it, but when you force it, there has to be some kind of, you have to give your will into it.
Right.
You don't have free will at that point. But when you give up your free will, you get crazy ideas for new inventions and new theories and scientific breakthroughs and that kind of stuff. It's like responsible for all the technology that we've had in the last couple of years, couple hundred years. So.
Oh, yeah.
T2B,
What?
18th or the 22nd? T2B episode.
Well, it would have to be on a weekend, so it would be like either a Friday or a Saturday night.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Gotta go further out. So it would have to be the 23rd or 24th.
Wait. I was on the wrong month.
So, just to kind of piggyback while she's thinking there, Red Pill, some might call that inspiration. Like, I know, like you're talking in the animals, maybe that's a little different, but like with ideas and stuff like that, like some of that stuff's like inspiration too. And I think there are people that are born with different talents. So to think that there's, like we see that, we can visually see that in athletes, you know what I'm saying? Like Michael Phelps or whoever is top of their fucking game, right? Like they're obviously on and above anybody else in that
Gifted.
category. So yeah, so why wouldn't that be the same in all categories? Right?
Well, I didn't want to take it to a dark place, but I was more meaning like fucked up shit, that gets done. Didn't want to go down the New World Order Illuminati rabbit hole, but tempting that kind of shit to get answers to questions in the universe, and then you're the one with the secret power, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Good.
But yeah, what you're talking about, I've thought of that a lot, and I just divide it between talent and being gifted. And there's people that there's devotion, and then you become talented over time. And then there's people that have said it's like a blessing and they're gifted with some type of athletic or intellectual advantage.
Still takes work though.
Mm-hmm.
Most
Little bit.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's commitment, but I definitely think there's people that got good at things because they wanted to and they worked really hard at it. And then there's people that had an easier time and they could throw it all away. There's definitely people that, didn't take their skill and, capitalize on it. But then there's people that, I would say the simulation for them is set on easy. And a comedian
Right.
said it, this was pre-Super Bowl, before Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, and he was making a prediction because it's like a stock investment / crypto investment / gambling tips type podcast done by comedians. And he was like, well, my theory is Tom Brady obviously in a past life saved 25 kids from a burning orphanage. So in this life, he gets whatever he wants, So there's those things too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down
But
to
that could
the
also
exact
go-
thing that he helped.
There's
Go
a
ahead.
you would really like Malcolm Gladwell, I think, Red Pill. He takes different perspectives on stories. I forget what one of his books is, but he kind of runs down like Bill Gates, how he actually just all the opportunities that Bill Gates had in his life to put him in the position he was. Not only was he talented, and that's
Mhm.
kind of what he goes through, because there's another guy that he talks about too that's like, I think he's still alive actually, and he lives somewhere in Montana or Colorado, way out in BFE, just out on his own kind of homestead. But I think he's known as like the guy with the highest IQ. So he's like, yeah, he was like really famous for being the smartest dude in the world. Or
Ted Kaczynski.
but yeah, but he had like, but he never was able to. He had personality disorders, and he had things go on that kind of made it so that he wasn't going to be able. He didn't interact with other people well.
Right.
So he didn't make it through like, accredited colleges. He went to college and he was a genius, but he dropped out. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
He never finished. He never got his degree, and he never finished a thesis. And he has all these, and
so no one takes him serious
and things that he never. Yeah, he can't interact with people, so he never made anything of it. But it was like, I
That
don't know,
sounds just like Ted.
on how opportunity, you need talent and opportunity is basically what he was getting at with this.
Well, another theory I have, and this is just I don't take this any serious, it's just a thought that ran through my mind, is if there's any truth to getting to oh man, now I'm brain farting on what Hindus call paradise. But anyways, you have to live your life here,
Shangri-La.
this life that you have. I think it's Shangri-La. I know that's like a paradise type city, but I don't know if
Like
that's
a
the one that you
mythical
go
place.
to after. Yeah. But if you complete every task in your life the correct way, that's how you move on there, right? And then if you don't, you just get put back and you keep repeating the same cycle. So I look at like a Bill Gates type character is in the simulation. He's already lived that life thousands of times, and he's fucked it up so many times where now he knows exact time to capitalize and how to do it and when. And that's how you get to be to have $100 billion in this realm on Earth. You know what I mean? That I don't know if I don't take that serious, but that's just one thought of
Right.
Like that's like sounds like a Groundhog Day theory or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
That each day till I get it right.
Right.
These are the things you think of when you have
I'm
THC.
ready to be on 23 or 24, possibly 30 or 1.
Getting that close already. I still gotta find somebody. I'm on the 28th, right, Eagle? I still gotta find somebody.
Yes, you're the 20.
I got like 4 feelers out there right now, waiting to hear back from people. So
Aw,
yeah,
I'll
man.
take the 24.
To be
There we go.
There you go.
official, schedule, teach.
Penciled in.
Penciled in officially. Hell yeah.
All right, everybody out there in the chat, whoever hasn't been up here, hasn't told their story, it's time to step up. We want to know. We want to learn. We want to hear your story. Everybody's got a story.
Jankovic Kimo F. Scott stepped up. We're gonna hear his story
Yeah.
here in
Right
a couple
on.
Fridays.
Yeah, especially if you're here like every night in
good.
chat, we want to know you.
Yeah, it's about getting to know that person so we can actually see your face when we see you in chat, you know, and hear your voice.
Mm.
You know, that's like when I see Tao and he starts talking in there, I hear that song. No, I don't hear the song. I hear Tao.
What song do you hear? You said getting to know you, and I thought of the Addams Family scene, the little when they go to the play and the kids are singing the song, getting to know
This one,
you.
right, Bill. This
Tao Tao.
Tao, 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 Tao.
so catchy. Just
Tao, 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 Tao.
he should just appear
That's good.
Hey, if
every
He
time
should.
you play it.
that's that ringing
It
in
seems
the
like
ears
every
thing. If
And
what
not
I
even
know.
is true.
And not even know why he's been fucking summoned and shit. Like,
Damn
damn it, I was in the shower. What the fuck you guys want?
Man,
Damn it, I
I
just
felt like
left
I had
the
to come
post
on for
office.
some reason, man. What
Hey,
the heck?
man.
when we get the Neuralink, that's actually going to be a real thing. When we're thinking of Tao and we want him to hop in the wormhole, he's just going to be sitting there and like a ringtone, you know, like just like your cell phone rings inside his head. He's just going to hear that song.
We want to hear the song. He gets to hear a buzzing.
Just a buzz. Like
Yeah,
he's
that's
got
right.
his brain on vibrate.
Yeah. That works for me. We get to
Yeah,
hear the song.
it'll be
He
just
gets
like
to hear
in
the buzzing.
Fifth Element, you know.
It's got to
No
be
privacy.
annoying too. It can't be the song.
As I
It's too
say.
enjoyable. It's got to be one of them things where it's like, fuck, I got to do this. Be right back.
Finding the Tao song. That's funny. Tao has his own song.
Yeah.
It is catchy though. It is catchy.
Very jazzy. Not jazzy.
I'm serious, man. That era right there, not necessarily the Tao song, but that genre of music in my life was some of the craziest times. I have stories. You think episode 246 was crazy? I have stories that will never air of that period of that genre of music. But no, good times. Just listen to that shit every day. You see it? Can you just picture me fucking two-stepping till at least 4 to 6 o'clock in the morning every Friday and Saturday night? Oh yeah.
That's why you're in good shape right now, right?
Yeah.
How's she looking
yeah,
there?
I'll contribute to that.
That's funny shit.
Good Johnny.
That's funny. Look at that.
Jelly Bean's just suffering a little bit. I don't know why.
I know.
She's a hard one to figure out.
Yeah.
You got to recharge the crystal.
Jason the man.
Yeah. Got to recharge the cookies. Is that what it is?
Crystal.
Crystals.
I don't have any crystals.
You got to put. How do you recharge
I have a
crystals?
rock.
Coming out there now. You got to put it
A
like
rock.
pink salt or something.
I have a rock. I don't know what kind of rock it is, but it's a shard of something.
We just happen to have somebody on the show that could tell us about how we recharge
Maybe.
crystals.
Charge crystals?
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
can charge them under the moon for sure.
Moon.
Yeah. And same with some moon water.
Moonshine.
Huh?
Robert,
Moonshine.
you
Sorry,
have
what?
to do the episode. You have to
Moonshine.
do the episode, Robert. He's been for days. What's the link?
But no, but moon water. You guys, I'm surprised some of you guys don't use moon water for your grow. Charge it under the moon and then
What if you drink moon water?
you can drink moon water. But the thing is that if you put crystals directly in the water, it's not drinkable. I wouldn't drink it. But like if you have like a separator for for your water, like some of those new containers that you can see at the bottom, they have where you can put a crystal in, like something like that. Yeah, you can drink it with crystal water. But
So
yeah.
there's a barrier. The water's not actually soaking in it in them cases.
Yeah, because it's like it could be toxic kind of thing.
So it's
but-
supposed to irradiate the water.
Yeah, you're infusing the water with the moon. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. But if you're gonna make moon water, make sure it's in glass because glass is best because it's glass. I mean, you
So
can.
What is
And
like? What's moon water gonna do?
Well, some say it makes the plant grow better. I don't know. I haven't used moon water. Twisted has. It's because of the properties.
Tao talks about it too. He goes out and I don't know if he was just kidding or not, but he goes out supposedly on full moons and gets in the ocean and whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure. Fucking A. I think last year I seen a lot of people like just have like little mason jars just out and charge it, and you can use it for your bongs, kind of like a cleansing thing. Yeah, you can put it in your bongs, you can put it in your grows, your gardens, pretty much anything. Sprays. You can drink it. Just make sure it's safe. But yeah.
How funny would that be to fucking be wandering along a beach, moonlit night, see somebody crouched over, getting a fucking thing of fucking moon water. You hear crystals. Be like, Tao, is that you?
He's looking around like, what the? Where's that mother?
And then all of a sudden a bag gets thrown over your head.
Then of course you have to hear the song. You have to hear the Tao Tao song on the departure as you scurry away. No, Tao, this Tao. No. Yes.
Oh, we gotta make that a skit.
Eagle, you see GMO in chat, you gotta ask Dragonfly about the moon water. I'm curious. I'm not trying to knock it either. I'm just curious. Like, I don't know. If it makes sense, you know. I know there's a lot about water that we don't understand, and that
Right.
science, water is an anomaly in like 8 different areas for science. So like, it's pretty amazing shit, really. Like the ability for water to carry temperature, and how it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's like
It's one of the only things, if not, I think the only thing that when it transitions to a solid, it becomes less dense than it is as a liquid. That's why ice floats.
no, yeah, but the what I was trying to think of was fuck, I just totally derailed it.
My bad.
No, we were talking about water. What was it again?
Crystals.
Oh,
Well,
the temperature. Water can absorb thermal temperature without changing its own temperature. Like it can absorb so many degrees
Heat
or
sink.
units of heat, and it's more than any other compound that we know of. And it can the ability for water to absorb that heat also plays a role when it evaporates. So like for plants, like transpiration cools the plant, and that's based off that ability of the water to actually
Yeah,
take
evaporative cooling.
that heat. You know what I'm saying? And it's an anomaly in itself because of the way it operates. But yeah, expanding when it freezes.
That's how Johnny's swamp cooler works.
Mhm.
exactly.
But it's all based on the number of hydrogen bonds that has too. So as the temperature drops, when ice forms, it's actually blocking all 4 of the hydrogen bonds that are possible there for it to have, where normally in water, based off the temperature, as the water goes, have, you know, a half of a bond less on average, but it's enough to flow, you know. And then when it's in vapor form, it actually has 0 hydrogen bonds, which is weird, but
At least that's what the white papers say, right?
I don't know. Some
Yeah.
stuff I know about it, I guess. It's kind of interesting though.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff, that water.
Yeah,
You need it to live, and it could kill you at the same time.
well, it's responsible for all life. We don't know of any life outside of where water, you know what I mean? So
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
it's like, yeah, that's
High
why
quality H2O.
Mhm. There is a structure to water too. I know that's been kind of debated on, a few people talk about, but to get real technical on it, it's 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. And basically the way that would look is the oxygen, and then the 2 hydrogens will actually be polarized on one side of it.
Chemical
On either
name.
side of it. Yeah.
Chemical
Yeah.
name dihydrogen monoxide.
Well, it's because the hydrogen, I guess there's a bond kind of whatever, but it's to do with the way that charge is with it. So yeah, so it's not like a circle with the 2 hydrogens on either side. They're actually like, there is a structure to it and how it sits there. So, you know, I know, like, I'm not sure how structuring, you know, like the typical practices of structuring water, like running it through corkscrews and shit like that.
There's
I'm not
also
sure how
heavy
that
water too.
helps with lining that up, but there is actually a structure, and it's important with how water actually is uptaken in the plant and all that kind of stuff too. So
You have heavy
Interesting.
water as well too.
heavy water.
Yeah, you know that
Mm-mm.
heavy water. It's got like I don't want to say it. I'm pretty sure it's extra neutron bonds, and it causes it to be slightly more dense. It's heavy water. It's more common. Forget what kind of water we have. It's like 17 or whatever, but heavy water is when you do find water out off of Earth or outside of Earth, it's more likely to be heavy water. And there's ways of synthesizing it too. But
Yeah.
I could send you a video on it later.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I'd be interested. But that's why I like water too, is it's a universal solvent because it has the oxygen has the 4 bonding sites. 2 of them will be taken by hydrogen, which leaves the other 2 open. So like when we talk about stuff falling out of solution or being in a solution, it's basically on the level of an atom. It's no longer able, like there's 0 bonding spots in the water for that to be held in solution with the water. You know what I mean? It becomes fully saturated. All those spots are filled up. Just interesting facts. So like I've heard hydro guys talk about precipitates and their reservoirs and different things like that. And it made me think, well, maybe you have too high of a ratio in that, you know what I'm saying? Or the water evaporated and it changed how much it could hold in solution, you know what I'm saying? And then it precipitates out and it can't be held by the water.
That's how you make THCA diamonds.
Yeah. The other interesting thing I heard too is in one cell of a plant there can be a billion molecules of water in one cell of a plant. Like that's how small those are in comparison. So like a lot of times when we talk about nutrient uptake, all that shit, we just think, oh yeah, well, this is that. But there's actual size differences to a calcium molecule than there is to, you know, nitrogen. Or, like that's where they all fit on that periodic table, is the size of the molecules too, and the weight and all that stuff. So back to fucking chemistry class, right?
Your top left of a periodic table is the lightest, most least dense elements, and the bottom right is the heaviest, most dense. Just when everyone's looking at a periodic table the next time, that's the, you know, like a compass.
I got one handy. You want to see
Yeah.
it? Serious. It's all colored
behind you.
That same, I'm gonna send you. You probably like the channel. I'm gonna send you the heavy water video on, if you're not already subscribed to it. So it's all about. It's called Periodic Videos. The channel. They do the chemistry and periodic. It's mainly chemistry and physics channel. So,
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. No, I just been listening to some like nutrient uptake shit, whatever. So I've been diving into that wormhole. So it's interesting, man. It's all fucking flow of electrons, bro. I'm telling you, it's all flow of electrons. I'm gonna drop that bomb one of these days. Be like, what?
That completely makes sense because everything has an electrical flow to it. There's an electric connection to everything in this world.
Right. Makes sense for sure.
Well, it goes back to oxidation and reduction, or redox again, but those what's known as redox reactions are incorporated with reduction and oxidation reactions. But basically, in a basic sense, all that is it's either adding electrons or taking them away. So when you're oxidizing something, you're losing them. And when you're reducing something, you're
easy
adding.
for the simulation to do it. It's a simple 0 or 1. You know, the math behind the machine.
Right, but it's just important where like the way things move through the plant. You know, like we often will talk like bulk flow and, you know, plants opening stomata and different stuff, but on a cell to cell level, there's actual exchanges that happen to move that nutrient through and to move those sugars around. It's not like it flows raw, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we imagine that like, oh, it's sucking right up out of the soil or sucking it right up, but there's like 2 different membranes that the water has to travel through to get inside the plant, you know, and those serve different purposes for like when the soil runs dry, or if it's really humid, or if the plant gets cut, different things. It has its own little ways to mitigate losing moisture through that cut or whatever. But it's not just a straw. You know what I'm saying? It's not a pressurized hose that you got a hole you poked in and it's gonna spray blood out or whatever. Like,
Right.
I think of a lot of the meaning of words and why we use them. And in this topic, I think of like when we look at it on a cellular level in the whole life of it. That's why I think we call it a plant, like, manufacturing plant. And when you get charged for growing, they call it manufacturing THC. They don't call it cultivating marijuana or cultivating cannabis. They call it
Right.
manufacturing THC because you're using a plant to it's doing, like you said, it's an trying to fit it for the analogy, but those cells are
It's a
literally,
function.
yeah, they're creating things. They're using tools and necessities, and the functions of the cell are like the people that work in the building and get the job done. And then they're using their tools. Their tools are the things that they build their tools from a periodic table, whatever elements and minerals and stuff get to those cells, and they get to build those tools to complete whatever task, and that makes whatever enzyme or hormone, and that performs whatever the plant needs it to, like you said, externally in its environment around it. But I just always it's weird how literal things can be sometimes.
yeah. And then it's I don't know, it's just interesting to dive down some of that shit just because my brain's curious, you know what I mean? Like I asked that question on Cheap Home Grow about what if they knew any more about what sulfur did. And that's kind of what really got me digging more into it, is like, what happens, right? Like we always are like, oh, sulfur, it makes your terps, but I don't know, there's no sulfur in any of the terps. So like it doesn't get used up in them, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just kind of what makes me wonder about what it is, but or how water moves through a plant or whatever, what it gets used for.
I want to hang out in your mind for a little bit there, Smiley.
Yeah. Well, the in photosynthesis, the first step is actually splitting a water molecule. So it's removing a hydrogen from the water, the H2O. It removes the hydrogen and it makes that OH, which is part of that reaction, but that free hydrogen is what's used in the other parts of the reaction. So it's pretty interesting too how at the end you wind up back with water, you know what I mean? But it's all
So by removing the hydrogen, it's propelling that to search out somewhere else and move that. That's part of the propulsion, I would think, right?
Well,
Of
hydrogen is
transferring
such a
it to
common
another part of
atom.
transfer. I mean,
Hydrogen
like,
is,
when it's
yeah, it's part of this the chemical structure of every compound. So that's how important it is necessary. We don't really think of that like on a feed chart, like how much hydrogen does the plant need, but that's where it's getting it from. It's getting it from the water, and then it's needing it to build all the other bonds, because the way carbon bonds to carbon is through a double hydrogen. So
yeah, like they always talk about how the plants are pushing hydrogen out to exchange in for like calcium is the one I've always heard. It's got to exchange 2 hydrogens for a calcium to get that into balance, because everything's going to stay in.
damn, dude, calcium's like the dollar in the central bank, like the Federal Reserve. You got to pay that hydrogen interest, get that dollar.
Yeah, that's shit. I lost what I was gonna say. Oh, the hydrogen has to come from somewhere. That's what I was getting at. So it's got to, you know what I mean?
Right.
but there's so little of it in the atmosphere and in the soil. So it's coming from the water.
Yeah, just interesting shit I was listening to. So be the genius on it, I guess, right? 'Cause I just listened to it. The dark cycles of that too played a role. That was something else I was kind of digging in, because there were comments like the dark reactions as being at night, but that has zero to do with the dark reaction. They're just the non-photo. They're the reactions that don't require light. It doesn't mean that they happen at dark, you know what I mean, or when the lights go off. They happen all the time, and it's like the secondary reaction of the photosynthesis process, and that's where the actual carbon is sequestered, is in that reaction. But they're both dependent on each other. Like the first one can't happen without the second one. That's that photosystem or whatever thing too, but
Right.
it's a little different. But yeah, but those reactions happen all the time. They're not just waiting until it goes to dark to happen. You know what I mean? It's not going to wait the 12 hours. And that's why, like, there's that argument, well, you got to have the plants got to sleep or whatever, but they'll, under 24 hours of light, they're still performing those dark reactions. It's not a matter of having to have dark time to do those reactions.
Right. Okay, yeah.
It seems like it may be rusting in one area, but the other area is working just the same. Even though it's been working the whole time, but it may need some of that other energy from not taking up so much light. No,
Johnny. It's more like
nothing like that.
It's more like how a combustion engine works. It's got to have the intake stroke and the exhaust stroke, or it won't fire the next time.
Okay,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
makes sense. Yeah.
So one of the reactions is the intake. That's the light reaction.
That's the other part of it.
It's it's excited. It's excited by the photon. So that's where it's actually grabbing that photon or the energy from that light. And the next reaction is where it's sequestering it or bonding it to the carbon. And that's where you get the carbohydrate, which is a three carbon chain, not a 6, like we often get told too. So
who wants to? Well, who's weakest stomach first? So if you listen to your weakest stomach,
I'm weak.
Now,
what do you got? What are you gonna play?
So, basically, when I was talking with Midnight Roots, he asked about that surgery there. I found those pics. So this is like the first pic I got here for you. Keep in mind this injury happened a couple of times. The first time you'll see is like there's like an arrowhead. Was the first time I did the injury. Moved the glass. And it took out a nice like arrowhead that was like 3/4 of an inch by like a 1/2 inch wide, and cut me open, and I dumped in liquid skin in that motherfucker and went about my day. Second time I did this very same thing, moved the very same glass, and got this injury here. And at this point, if you're listening to the story earlier, they had already sealed it up once. And they had already, you can see the original injury. You know what I mean? You can see the scar and you can see where it won't heal shut. And I'm pretty sure at this point, they had already went in and tried to heal cut out the wound one other time at one point. So this is again, this isn't for the lighthearted here, guys.
Trigger warning, guys. What the fuck? It's like a hole.
Look, you see the arrowhead here? That's from the original injury there. So now let me see if I can go back here without. I think I gotta stop.
Just like want to put a patch over it, like.
Oh, watch this. Watch. Oh, wait till you see this though. where is it? This you could stack four of these in this injury at one point.
4.
Um,
Not 1, not
4.
2.
Oh yeah, look at this. Hold on, where we go? I gotta get this. All right. So yeah, look at this is. I don't want to end meeting. I want to share. Hold on.
Tell me when it's over.
Look at this. Oh, look at there. You can
Ugh.
stack 4 of those bad boys in there at one time, and you can see it's already sealed up.
Yeah,
a good
you can see the
3/4 of
little.
an inch. Yeah. So now
Did it ever talk?
Right.
Look
Oh,
like
it was open like that. I think you guys may have heard me tell the story about them wanting to put a Tampax on my leg, and I was like, no fucking way. No way that's happening. So yeah, that thing it leaked fluid, clear fluid for the longest time. I had to have a wick out of it, and they thought it would close up. They actually went in with hemos at one point while I was awake in doctor's office visit surgery. They shot me full of numbing shit and reached in around the outside of that wound, clipped onto it, and ripped out parts of the fucking skin, thinking there could be fragments of fucking loose glass in there. Okay. Something that was festering the wound. Now, the surgery that I'm telling you guys about that I had that I died at, and this is when I walked out. They had completely
What the
cut
fuck?
everything out of there and fucking pulled my leg, a hunk out of it, and slid it sideways like that to fit the puzzle. It was so tight, I couldn't even bend they told me not to even bend my foot. I couldn't even move my ankle for 7 months because that skin was so tight. That's what's under all the tattoos, all there. And on the side of
it had
that,
just
you
ripped.
can see there's
Damn, you got
on
that
the side
tattoo?
on the side of that C. The tattoo hides all of that. Great.
Holy shit,
it's in a
dude.
face. It's in a face now. But
Mhm.
on the side of that
Yeah.
C there, on the side of my leg is a scar that's probably about that big and about that wide, where that foot peg went through that same leg in a motorcycle accident.
Oh shit.
Dang.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So what do you do for
Two-
fun, dude?
2 chainsaw injuries on that same knee, on that
Potty.
same leg. I've
Chainsaw
almost
injuries.
cut it off twice.
2.
Yeah, I've almost cut it off twice myself with a chainsaw.
Well, he
One
tried
of
the
them-
first time and he said, well, this time I'm gonna get it.
One of them clearing brush, kind of like kneeling down, clearing brush with the chainsaw, and got my knee. Luckily, that thing was on the wind down and just barely ripped through the pants. There's like 20 some stitches across the knee. The second time, doing the same thing.
Are you left-handed?
That's how I learned. I'm ambidextrous from a shoulder injury, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I had my whole right shoulder rebuilt. I actually got pins in the back.
Yeah.
What the hell?
My dad broke both of his legs in a motorcycle accident, and this year was off work because he had to have shoulder reconstruction surgery. So
Oh my God.
Wonderful things nowadays.
Cheers.
Yeah, but the second time with the chainsaw, saw wide open,
420.
actually cut through the chainsaw pants, and still got the knee.
Mm. No, I did not get a haircut.
All hidden under tattoos now. You can still see them. You know what I mean? If you rub your hand across them, you can feel them and see them. They're pretty well hit.
pretty good burrito.
I do have the dag rig going. Nice. Who doesn't love that right there?
All right, pictures are done.
Ah, you want it to be over.
Well, you warned me. I wasn't gonna watch that.
I don't blame you.
Tell me when they're done. You tell me when they're done.
He's like,
We're grabbing burgers for dinner. I'm vegan, Walter.
I'm vegan.
Leave for the manscaping. Cheers.
Mhm.
Cheers. Crickets.
Wow.
Wow.
Had 100% pop on my beans.
Nice.
Yeah, I put 3 of the AFGU what's that? Overdrive in and 3 of the Jesus OG in, and they all came out fertile. They were ready for action.
Oh yeah.
Crickets.
Crickets.
I heard
You're
it.
back.
Squirrel.
I heard him. I heard him.
Crystals.
Oh, I was gonna say that the xylem cells are dead too. That was another interesting thing I heard. I never knew there was dead cells in the plant, but there are. So
Well, that makes sense. We got dead cells all over us.
yeah, no,
Right. Yeah.
that's the xylem.
I
That's
mean-
the center of it, or whatever, where main transport will happen. So the cells
Really?
are dead, so there's no membrane and there's no energy needed to keep them alive, but they can still flow stuff up and through them or whatever. You know what I mean?
So it just acts as a tunnel,
Kind of.
transport tunnel.
Tubular.
That was some cool stuff, Smiley. I never
Oh,
thought
yeah.
about a plant like that before.
I don't know.
I always thought about it being dense, hard, just kind of like just a green living thing. I never really thought it in the molecular kind of a structure. Down at that level.
Yeah. I'll try to dig it up, but there's a way that they categorize some of the nutrients too, where I'm forgetting where I saw it, but they group them in different groups and how they're used in the plant. And that's a pretty interesting way to look at it too, versus, like when they look at macro versus micronutrients, it's based off like a molecular weight of how much is in a plant or how much they find in a plant. And that's where there's a certain cutoff of weight. That's where they're like, okay, this is macro, and anything below that is considered micro, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the deviation line of it. So like, yeah, like you wonder about calcium or sulfur, of why, if they're so important, why are they considered micro? And it's all just based off how much of that is how much of that is percent of whatever is in the plant, kind of thing, So it's just based off that. But when they
So is it true? Is it true that our skin is one like structure away from what the cannabis molecular structure is, or how
our
Yeah, I heard
blood,
something about that.
is it true?
yeah, our blood is basically the same as chlorophyll or the whatever for a plant. So like our blood has iron, and then there's 4 nitrogen around it, where a plant has magnesium and the nitrogen around it.
Hmm.
Essentially, it's
So
otherwise they look identical.
the
It's,
similarities.
they look identical. It's just in the center of it is iron or magnesium instead. It is cool though.
Yeah, I think that is. I like that. There's a reason for that,
Like
I think, right?
I
Yeah.
think crabs and I think it's just crabs, or maybe it's those once in a while now we need cheddar bob, the lobsterman in here. Once in a while you find a blue lobster, and I think there's a compound that it's like blood, but instead of iron it uses copper. And because it's copper, it
Yeah.
has a blue color to it instead of the red.
Makes
Interesting.
sense.
And that's just one little difference inside of the lobster's body that causes it to
Yep,
do
just
that.
one elemental difference.
So
think
instead
like
of
a
absorbing the iron, it's absorbing the copper.
Like it's like Smiley said, the transport, like how our blood transports oxygen. It's an
Right.
iron-based compound, and in crustaceans, in some crustaceans, I think it's copper-based. That's what's making them blue. So instead of red.
Like the blue crabs.
I bet that's why Smurfs are blue too.
Smurfs?
I'll bet. I'll bet. Yeah. They probably work in a copper mine.
Oh, then they got a class action lawsuit.
You had to go there, man. They
Right.
were okay at first. They were just happy being blue.
That's why they're all quarantined. They can't. They're gonna contaminate. It's like blue COVID, you know. Pass that shit around. They only live in Smurfs land or Smurfsville, wherever the hell.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They got the cobbler tree elves, you know, down the street, but they're, you know, totally. It's like North and South Korea.
Whole different side of town.
North and South Korea.
They're all. Hey, Gargamel's good neighbor.
Gargamel, he looks like he could be like a grandpa tree elf, right? A creepy uncle, maybe.
Uncle Joe.
We talking about the cartoon one or the new age one?
I'm just talking about that cartoon one. Sorry.
Wait, what? I was thinking the same thing. There's a new one? What? What? There's only the cartoon. There's only the cartoon.
I freaked out when I saw the new Dumbo trailer, or the most
Oh
recent.
yeah, I actually seen that movie in theaters.
Yeah, I watched it and I saw Dumbo flapping around like a bat, and I'm like, oh my god, that's gonna scare kids. And then I was like, who made this? Tim Burton? And then everybody's like, yeah, good job. I'm like, why would they have Tim Burton?
My daughter loved it.
Oh, I got scared when that thing was first flapping around in that little crib or container or whatever.
Yeah. That's funny.
The
Yeah.
youngest daughter was just rediscovering or discovering, depending on how you want to look at it, SpongeBob SquarePants. They're all sitting around and all watching it yesterday. I'm like, really? You guys just coming back around to SpongeBob SquarePants? Just loving that shit too.
It's got some pretty
Talking
deep
about how
humor
their
in
big
it.
sister used
Yeah.
to like that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy to watch some of the cartoons back when I used to watch the cartoons and all the adult humor that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
You catch on to now. Even new cartoons, I'm like, what? How do they get away with that?
It's for the kids.
Right.
we do it for the kids.
It's just funny. Fucking
Yeah, the cartoons back in our day, they were brutal. I mean, they were
And it
dropping
led,
rocks and
I was gonna
shoot
say it led you to believe that you
TNT
could, yeah, put TNT in your mouth or take a falling piano from like a skyscraper, built the top of a crane, dropping a piano, falling right on top of you, and you'd get up like an accordion and
Right. I mean, how many times did Daffy Duck's bill get spun around his face? You know?
Acme sells everything.
I mean, I'm telling you what they do. They sell it all. And it's funny, he could get everything he wanted shipped right to him before Amazon was even around. You know? Think about that.
Jeff
He would
Bezos
just show
must
up
have
right
watched a
next to
lot
him.
of fucking Wile E. Coyote.
That's what I'm talking about. He said, "That's me. That's what I'm going to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the middleman."
I'm gonna
One of
get
my
people their
favorites was
dynamite.
always Tom and Jerry. One when they fucking hit the
Oh,
one,
yeah.
the uncle, or it might have been just fucking Jerry when he'd play the guitar and he'd walk up and pull the fucking string out of fucking Tom's fucking thing and fucking play it again. Keep playing until you break the string.
Rewire
Yeah,
it.
yeah. That's one of my favorites.
I was like,
It was fun.
Foghorn Leghorn was good to me. I enjoyed the Foghorn
But
Leghorn.
that's just damn
That little
papa.
chicken
yeah, I
hawk.
say, whoa, boy. I say, where you going
Yeah.
now?
I'm a chicken hawk.
Well,
I'm going to eat you.
Now, listen here, son.
You're a chicken.
Foghorn is back.
It was, oh my God, it was so funny, man.
Yeah, those are good cartoons, man. All of them back then. Even like the old.
Elmer Fudd running around with his shotgun,
Yeah, I grew up on Disney though.
blowing.
So, like, I was all Donald Duck and fucking Pluto and I don't know.
Oh, I saw those too. You know, man. I watched the Mickey Mouse Club when it was just coming out.
And that Funicello, wasn't that?
Yeah. Yeah.
She was like the head mouseketeer or whatever back in the day.
Oh my God. Yeah, she was too.
It's funny.
who remembers Captain King?
Uh-oh.
Turner Captain.
Oh
This is the
God.
Hanna
Yeah.
Barbera
Captain
shit,
Kangaroo.
man. That was
Yeah.
all like space shit.
Yeah. That was full on Hanna-Barbera. Yeah. Big time. That's why I watched that crap just so I could get to the end and watch
All
the
right,
cartoon.
Eagle. Now you got to do that. Now you got to do his catchphrase.
I can't even remember the catchphrase at the moment.
You don't remember it at all? He just yelled his name. But he did it in a certain way. It was Captain Caveman. He fucking goes flying off the space wherever. He had his big club or whatever.
I'm talking about I'm talking about like the kid show Captain Kangaroo.
Oh,
Remember
Captain
him,
Kangaroo.
the big guy with the suit.
Oh yeah, he had a
Mr.
funky ass.
Jeans.
He had a funny looking mustache, huge thing. Yeah. He had that weird outfit that he'd wear.
Yeah, it was always the Saturday morning. Wasn't that Hanna-Barbera, the Saturday morning cartoons and shit?
I don't think
Wasn't it?
so. I know the cartoon that you're thinking of, but this was
It's
like
Like Tom and Jerry and
more,
them was all Warner Brother, wasn't it? And they had the Disney stuff, and then they had Hanna-Barbera. I thought was like some of the He-Man.
Was he the one that had the Bullwinkle and all that kind of crap after it?
I don't know.
uh,
They made like He-Man and all those ones. Like they had the Space Ghost ones and God.
Yeah, the cartoon days, man. Those, man, used to get up early just to watch them. Man, Those were the days, you know?
What
So-
was wrong with them good fucking cartoons that they never fucking they don't push those today in syndicate?
I don't
what mean?
understand, man. They're because
They too
they're
clean.
classics.
I don't know, man. Some of the cartoons are
Violence.
funny today. That
They're too racist.
Phineas and Ferb, that was one I always liked when my kids were coming up. That Phineas and Ferb, that was funny shit, man. They were always getting into like, I don't know, that one seemed like old school. Like they were basically the two brothers were always imagining something. They'd build a roller coaster or whatever, and all the friends in the neighborhood were over building it with them. But their older sister was always trying to get them in trouble and shit. Fucking funny, man. And then at the end, she'd never get everything would be disappeared by the time she got mom there to see her, whatever. It was always every show they never got caught. It's fucking awesome.
Getting away with stuff.
Yeah.
Everything was off the table until 12 o'clock on Saturdays. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
And fucking cartoons were so you knew where you were. Tell me. Shit, that was a babysitter for kids back then, wasn't it? They just fucking turn on the TV. There you go.
Yeah. Now the cartoons.
Great cartoon.
Yeah, it was Beavis and Butthead that got them all started on the like funny. Them and Ren and Stimpy back in the day. were
Ren
all-
and Snip. Yeah, yeah.
Those were more like the adult-based cartoons. That was like the start of that with Simpsons and shit. Fucking funny.
Yeah, those were evening cartoons, weren't they? A little bit later.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, those were more for the adults, I think.
I never got into Ren and
definitely.
Stimpy much, but fucking Beavis and Butthead was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
Seems like just yesterday too. Seems like just yesterday.
Well, how old is fucking Simpsons now? They're still running, aren't they?
Older
Oh
than
man,
me.
they got to be 20 years old.
No, dude, they're way past that.
Yeah, they're older
Yeah,
than
they
30.
got to be.
I think they're
Really?
I think they're around
Yeah.
30 something.
They're
Yeah,
way
they're
out
in the
there.
30s.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
Fucking wild, man. Bart's gonna be having kids by now and shit, right?
Right?
And whatever.
Are they gonna do like a
Hey.
reboot? Like or like
They should have,
Have
yeah,
they-
reunion
have
episode.
they grown up with the show? Because I haven't been watching.
I don't think so.
no, I don't
Still
think
the
same
so,
size?
no. Yeah, it's the same.
They can do that in cartoons though.
Yeah, they can.
Mhm.
Cool, man. Well, it's getting that time. I'm gonna jump out. 12:40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So always fun.
Close.
Good episode tonight too. I enjoy it. Jake. He's good. He's cool, man. I've always looked up to him because I've like Sunshine #4. He was talking a little bit about it, but that Sunshine Kush, I found him when I first started growing because of that Sunshine 4. Fucking, I think I bought it was one that he grew of it when I don't know. I'm assuming he had it to make his Sunshine Kush or something, but it was one of the top shelf ones I bought out of the dispensaries out. And that was kind of how I had found out about Midnight Roots. So I've always kind of ever since I've been going to whatever events or buying weed and growing it, it was like, yeah, it was somebody I looked up to. So it's cool, man. Cool dude. I got a bunch of his shit to pop too. So, all right, man. Peace out, guys.
Yep.
Later,
peace out.
Smiley.
Smiling.
Have a good one.
Always awesome. I'm gonna slip right out too. My turn. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace and love, everybody. Always.
Yeah.
Eagle.
always.
Always a good show. Always excellent content. Love the wormholes. Love coming in to hang out, smoke out with my friends. It's good.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy it. Pizza. Always
Love having you,
always
Jen.
good to see you. Red Pill.
Yeah.
Full of that information, man. I always enjoy your conversations, man.
Oh no, you're the man, Johnny.
Yeah, no, I just hang out. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Peace. Chicha, should we flip a coin or?
All right, on your mark, get set, go. Just kidding.
Heads.
Tails.
Uh,
obviously. No, thanks for, always the good times, and be looking forward to that episode. Hell yeah. And
Yep, you're penciled in.
I know, I'm penciled in. I'm officially have turned in my multi-pass. So
You'd
hell
be
yeah.
the first and only one out of all the witches to come back and do the spotlight.
Yeah, I know. I should try to tell them like, hey, I'm doing a spotlight. You should all do a spotlight now. That'd be great. Yes.
Either way, I'm stoked to get the Cheech B side.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too confusing. Anyways,
It's gonna be fun.
it'll be a great time. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Much love. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for letting me hang out. I'm gonna go get some more coffee. All right.
Yep.
Peace out.
Morning, good night, Cheech.
Yep. Good seeing you.
Yes, sir,
All right.
Mr. Redfield.
Eagle, another good wormhole. I did also enjoy today's episode, especially when, I don't know if other people maybe they didn't like to hear about it so much, maybe it wasn't interesting, but I like simulation theory and I contemplate it myself, so I enjoyed hearing about that. And yep, thank you to you, Eagle, and shout outs to everyone in the chat. And I'll see everyone on another wormhole. Peace.
Thank you, my friend. Enjoy having you. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Okay, peace.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you have enjoyed tonight's spotlight episode with Jake from Midnight Roots and the wormhole with everybody that tuned in. Of course, Smiley, Red Pill, Chicha B, Johnny Canasee. I always hate trying to recall the wormholes because I always feel like I'm gonna forget somebody. And I try to stay away from it. Terrible. How terrible is that? Thank you, Jamie Green. Teacher B. Let's get a song going so we can get out on the shout outs. What do we got here? There's gotta be something newish. Something we can listen to. YouTube is loving the Spanish influence. Actually, I'm kind of digging it too. I don't know. It's already playing in my head. I should just go with it. A little tired of the Merc, although I do like Merc. It's got to be something good here. Sorry, guys, on the delay. Can't do the shout out stuff. It's like impossible. It's impossible. Just gonna start out with a little Sunreal. If you want a time. Oh, commercial. 5 to 25 pounds. Oh, this one's about shit. Straight up about shit. That's funny. Sub Cool, D's House of Dank, Mama Law 710, Scarecrow 420, Green Thumb Bum, Christina MG 89, Unplugged 705, Medical McGullicuddy, Rick T the Rebel, the 19207, Baby and Selena State's not here, Tom Swoop, Drake Walker, Demendo Dope Dip, T-Dog, Run Dung Beetle, Red Eye Jedi, Grows, Mother Nature, Justin Conley, Duckweed, Runboy 7426, Justin Gooder, Songman, Okie Grower 75, Corey Trevor, Michael Wallace, Mole Vision 427, Mole Vision, yeah, now it's 427, 420, Mole Vision 420. How fucking funny. Who's your cat hitting Taco, Don Slug, Rick S, In the Bushes 827, James Siemens, Kevin Hahn, World's Last Hope, Pat Span 420, Bible Mentor, Dirt Road Dude, Kanashiva, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Tab Goblin, Dr. Bones Lightyear, Acetone, 710, Canuck, Can of Queens, Gen X, Stabby, Tanansi, Funar, Dirtman, Dan, Keithy Black Sales, Sen Premium Gardens, Rasta Bob, Rasta Dead, Jeff, Solid Roots, Small Tubes, Tyler, Frosty Buds, Door, Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Dub G Roy, Big Jar Grows, JC, Modern Genetics, Social Cal Weedner, John, Last, PPG 15, Green County Growers, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfected, Dollar Tree Growers, T1 Productions, Day Grower, DOA Grown Meds, Miss Your Brother, Miss Nudie Grows, I Gruesome, Johnny Kansas City, Nutrient Shootouts, Naughty Nikki, Zoe and Slammer, Nutrient Shootouts, Zoe and Slammer, NNY, that is, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, Clover 420, High Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam T, Student Move, Mo Grower, Panic Crate, Loki Grows, Sus This Guy 79, 79, Burton, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaw 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connections, Wolverine Grove, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy One for Life, Played, Wayback Farmer, T Block, MMP Nations Creations, Amber Lalana, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LD, Sir Shaky, Rob, Big Day 420, Brent Wendell, Big Ed 1961, Manawani, G3, The Green Click, J&K, Triple G, Mr. Sprinkly, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa T, John, B2 Crazy for You, BGWG 420, Dr. Bunswell, Purple Thumb OG, hopefully you're well, Arthur Sense of Media, Arthur O, Just Face 420, Beast Coast Grower 420, Sir How, Trey Balone, Keep It Real, Heritage 420, Thumbs Up, Audit Everywhere, BT Double D, Grows Fingers, Green Puffin Man, Alex Boy, Chef Life, School of Crop Cuz I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Real 100, 212, Manor, Andy Man, Miranda Family Farmers, Page Flowers, Me All Flower, Brian Henderson, Green 13, New Tab About Winds, Kingdom Aquaponics, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane's Medgarden, Streamer 77 Double D, Bad Bunny, Nutrients, Mr. Green Thumbs, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 664, Spaniard, Kruger, Jones and Grows, Pop G Grows, Raz Amy, Dro Grows, Cass, The Grow From Your Heart Podcast, Lily Luna, The Green Men Flock, Jeremy Ryan Morani, Stony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, Eldred 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus Soil, Jason Einstone, P. Win, David, Colby, Mason 662, Scroggy Mix, Scroggerton the Fourth, The Goddess Grows, Kaylee, Chad Brad Family Farms, Paulie P, Bjorg, Eric Ferguson, Kevin Jodry, Mike Hacho, Jay Huggins, UDA, Green Tree Hugger, Kush Cloud, Joshua Stevensland, Oak Home, Organic Home Buds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Maine Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Sohn, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Sargess, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, Dan the Indoor Man, Homies, Gromies, Homies, Hamilton Grows, Clip Smoke, Keystone, Canna Flag, PA, Big High 710, Eugene Greeley, Pace Hustle, Fred Darn Carlos from North Arizona, Beer Grow 420, No Sellout, Jesse White, Gosh Dang, Yeti, Introvert Genetics, So J, Vixen Robin, Killer 8 Mo, Cam Wood, James Buttercream, North C Dub from NorCal, The Pharmacy, Seed Bank, Deadhead, Smoking 616, Curtis Mahan, Matt Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dora, Antenna Seeds, Curious K, Mike Rubles, The Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Stu Move, Popco 719, Baker Shake, Baby, Old Smooth, BWC Grown Buds, Lord Wasp, Mr. Weedblood, Old School Grower, Chad Westblower, Hunter Roads, Flora Snugs, My Blue Piece of Heaven, Pungent Sound Seeds, Goliath Grower, Richard T, Chrissy Wannabe, Mr. Food, Mr. Soul, Food Spectrum, Gone God, Laurie Hanson, Real, 2,000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D. Conley, Him, Jam, McBodyface, show me Sasquatch, fuck Google, and you. I'm going well. Canadian Restore, Porter, Dirt Farmer, Call Right, Zephyr, Humble Farm, Sanitary Farm, Seldom Seen, Oak Park Gardens, Hal 9782, Skunky Packs, Martial Arts 2012, Micro Slate Hefner, Danny McDizzle, Medically Fit, KGB, Robert, Mr. Greenfingers, Motherfucking Thomas, Branch of Coast, Plenty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Champlin, Bobby Lynn Meads, Trent Digger, Mr. Mac, Billy, Tonya Lake Bologna, Will S, Mr. Weed Peace, Tater Delicious, Minty, Country Roots, Europe, Fire Gen X, Earth Creeper, Big Ray 420, Teeny 101, Buds and Hazard, Mr. Club 14, B-Man Farm 616, Snarl Up North, Max Grimmon, Ruby, Timothy McKimmons, Neil, Justin Beans, Chronic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steels, Kimba 03, Church Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latino, Skater Country, Mr. Speed, Wolf, Steam, Firesaw, Wally Walkie, The Goddess Grows, Frosted Bob, The White Feather Grows, Burning Shrooms, Home Grows, James, Caveman Grows, PX Spinner 81, Smith Dude, Noob Grows, Sean Cannon, J Monks, Take a Jenna, Walla Wakana Grow, Bulldog, Huron, Cannabis Council, Lissa Parish, Rockland, Justice Smith, 420 Brennan, Fresh Grove, Thriving Herbs, High Boy, Your Real Man Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Grow, Love for the Planet, Argo American, Smart Poker, Unfrozen, Caveman, Hawaii's Highest, Surfcraft, Hawaii, Michael Goon, Jeff Lowenfels, Mobius Grows, Dank, Brownie, Dan D, Elliot Harkins, Mystic Flavor, The Foraging Gardener, Overwater, Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Water, Valley Green, 514, Maya Jensen, Oz Indica, Dr. MJ Coco, Brandon Russ, Steve's, Matthew Gates, These Bags, Drone Sour, Shotgun Willie, Dank Yoda, Jay Simmons, Sure Bro Grows, Black Miss Cool, DJ Conley, ATG, Late 1978, Michigan Grown Buds, Your Boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Black Miss 420, Sinky Colas, Dylan Steinberg, PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sun Grown 707, J8 Road, J8, J420, Cascadian Grows, Steve Toes, McGee, 4 Plains 8, Weedworks, Captain Scruggs, Skunky Buds, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, Legacy Tempe, Annie N, D Urge, Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose, 11 Smiles 11, Benju Bugs, Michael Ross and Plenty, 311 Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Evergreen G, Friends Tree, MMJ, Matt S, Faye Vault, Dragonfly B, Justin Med, Travis Wells, Lucky Mike, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Titan from Blessed Coast Seeds, Shango Gas, Webasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Tricos, Boca King, and commercials. Boca King, Raz, Pop Little, Slow Rolls, Spiky Pilots, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Steelbird, Indo 11, Stephanie B, Sharp Pulley 999, Bon Brown, Sovereign Garden, Sooner, Nation 420, Tommy Tricone, Joey Y, Bugs 1, 313, Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Booth, Jay Myers, Submit, The Chat, Mr. Manny D, Bagsy, Dr. GGC, Jeff Shredder 911, Dutch Grows 420, Scallywag 420, Skillbowl 1, Medgrower 1, Empire Breeding Co. Bergoli, Lost Leaf, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, Allie Noble, CK, Tom Trended, Lonely Jester, Smoking With, Small Town, Jim S, Mr. Lazy, Raptor Grows, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Dort, Michigan Corey, Double Tap Farms, Mr. Green Thumb 420, 808, Rooting Prospects, Cannabis Driver, Hate Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grows, T Ben, Rude Nut 619, Dr. Hammered E-Nails, thank you very much for that gift. Dr. Scrambles, BB Moonrock, CHF, Double J, Bio Green, Self Grower 56, Hanky, Stakey 420, OGKP, Ganja Nana, Your Mama, Georgia Joe, Roy Rodriguez, Beat Growing, Nature's Best Nugs, Killer Beat Grows, Ganja Wizard, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Ooh, Soul Life 420, Bully for Life, the Jeff Rowe 420, Aiva 698, Dr. Franklin Booty, God damn my big Ted's Test. The Riffin Fat Boy, Jack Greenstock, 420, 420, Booms Farm, Charlie Farm, 420, Aldridge, 25, Smiley's Garden, thank you. Miss D's Nugs, JD's, Smoking Grove, Frazier, Grokoski, Twisted Roots, Fader Farm, 420, Jeff Dorowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Evolve 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagsy, Joe Carty stopped in tonight, hell yeah. Missing Marks, Missing Grower, Ginger Snaps, DTE, Gross 8, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Cannon Trooper, Sergeant Pepper, Cannon Trooper, Blind Cat 420, Light Up Against Him, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical MJ, Budsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Dankman Dan, Dankman 420, Red Set of Farms, Good Life, Joni B. to be most hated grower, the Major General 420 Army, the American one, W. Digger 714, Shirates, Kineos, the next Mountain Skies, ready at that fire. Rich Merckx, Ian, Save Robbie, Saves. Cyrus Live, Peppa Faye, Cam, Finger Lakes, Finest, Ridgepad, Dozer Moon, Southern BT, Grower, Choose Medical, Jerry Bear, Plus One, Mushroom, Secret City, Pioneers, My Little Tent, 2042, Spacewalker, Christian, Tree Monk, T. Barrington, Heart and Soul, Homegrown, Mike B, T. Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Liptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Ross Sky Paul, and Lemon Hoko, that is, Chant, Rita's Juicy Life, 420, Richard 420, Grant Manuel, Mary Bond, Sammy Sizzle, 81, 98 Colas, Chris Moon, PK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, The Kind Brew, Cannon Nation, J Wires, Rob Wobby, John, Sean Bins, Rescue Ready, Roadside LLC, Notorious Snugs, Magna Seeds, Father and Son, Trimming Tutorials, Double T Dank, Jose Ramirez, Jose Mark Perez, that is, Doggo the Hut 420, Fuck Chiba Man, GR 420 Community Videos, Detroit River Rat, thank you again, Luis Garcia, Michael P, AJJ, Everyday, Captain Audit, Cheddar Bob 13, Maine 420 Med Grower, Cookie Coop, Jay Kendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods All Good, Sally Mansell, Adam Skankin, Chanel, Simpsons, One Smoke Away, Gonzo Roach, Kazoo, Aaron Burning Shrooms, Mr. Lincoln Stinkin, Angel Studios MG, the 420 Grow Tent, Paul D. Elliott, John Fleming, Jankovic, Chemo F Sky. Thank you for your volunteer of your episode. Fiber Flower, Paul B. Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sunman, Chiba Man, Sunny, Jeff Popalik, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Family Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, Fuck All That Be, The Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Greystone, Stony Baker MD, Stony Creek, Ross Sonic, French Dweller, Tarzan Superman, Old Man Hurt Ass, Freebird, Mo Grower, Matty Gar, Simple Man, Survival Time, Tim Blake, Ghost Golf, Ghost, Chronic, Stink Fat, Caballero, Harley Grower, Jen God, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Island, Hayes, Scuba Steve Speaks, JR Rem, Randy K, Steve Collins, CCDR, Kerry Killigan, Wardrobe Farming, Randy Grande, Fifth 1000, Ace Move 3223, Wake Up, Captain Freedom Boot, Pat Puffer Smiles, 15 Digits, Michigan Ganja Move, Hash, Fred G, Super Bob, Grosky 808, Weekend at Birdies, K-Bag, Justice Station, Strong Style, Organic, Zippy, iMatic 31, Honesty, K-Pill, Me All Flower, Brent Boog, Todd Kendricks, Newton, KNT, Chris D, True Serum, Photons, Foe, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient Soul, Homegrown, or Ancient Soul, Grown, Kevin Jiu-Jitsu, Kenna Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Collab, Low Cut, Abba Tremblay, Mo Manic Med, Brad's Banshee, Helen, Hugh, Janus, James T, of Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, Big High Fire 420, Lobster Breast Bro, Mother Tree, Maine, Red Pill, Yo Boy, Roy Boy, Ecstatic, Shannon Gibson, Ruhan, Rick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoke Away, The 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Cannabis Pursuit, K Rolling, Worthy, Buzz, Logan Man 81, Oil and Flower Podcast, Entourage Effect, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady Luck, Elmano 420, surrounded by Keith Ferrari Farms, Fringe Dwellers, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guild, Richard Forbes, Daniel Puente, Before People, Nick T, John Reese, What About Bob? Prince Patty, Daniel Bergman, Green Puffin Man again. How many times I got calling? P. Dungley, James Chung, Charles Gross 818, John Wade, Carolina Roots, Sister Golden Hair, Deanna El Dankarino, KNF Gardens, Blank 1030, Choose One, Only Feet, Fred Farmer, James, Crypto Dope, James, or Richard Lamb, HIP Grower, Matt Javine, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonders, Sunrise Grow, Top Floor Genetics, Small Vision 420, Can2 Cannabis, Jeff Spencer, My Dog Nelia, Rooster, Alex Hardy, Gear, one of the same, Metacropper, Daniel Gross, Photos, Mitten, Grown Med, Sunrise Grows, Lexi, Brittany, Cool, my babies, No Limit 916, Scrumpy Toad, Alchemist, and Kenny Mix, Soil-Born Addiction, Ross, Joe, Alex D, Dirty Org, Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, Surge, Grow 818 again, Blaze Daily, Fried Piper, Perpetual, Eagle Proud, Warrior, Sail Smile, for you, Frank Usada, the Dank Duchess, Kino, Kelly Maxwell, Captain 420. Sing Fat, what about Bob Ilchester 420, Pop Shrooms, John Gorski, Dugan, Gangsta, THC4, PTSD, T. Barrington, Honcho Grown, Swamp Cat, Best Because, Mr. Manny D, Canifari, 420 Abnormal, Franklin, Guerrero, Bearfeet, J, Brent, 74, CK, Brown Guy, 420, Pachyderm, 420, Burning Tree, Main EA, Great Sun, Grow 207, Hydro Daily, Hemp with GG, Jamie, Ream, Supreme, Grape, Stony, Rockefeller, Caveman, Cannabis, Brew City. Fuck that, I already fucked that up. Synthetics. Brew City Sin. Synthetic. I'm guessing. Sorry, Brew City. Hawaii Sustainable. And of course, Midnight Roots. And last but not least, Wheatus 207. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. This wormhole 367.5, 367 Midnight Roots. 2 fun episodes for me personally. You guys know the deal. If this is the end of your journey for the day, please get some rest. This is the beginning of your day. Please make it a private first day. Dead Cynic, cheers. You missed your shout out, brother. You ain't gotta ask so long, bro. You guys know the deal. Have an amazing day. It is officially Hump Day. We're a little hump in your day, hopefully. Well, we're over. Please try to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. I'm a living, breathing example of that. Never get me quit beating that drum.